I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm from the west end side of town, from a neighborhood called John Barrow, from a street called Ludwig to be exact, you feel me? Very slimy. The whole city, my whole city right now, especially what's going on in, well, hell, I can't say that, you know, it's slimy everywhere, but, you know, I'm from Little Rock, you feel me? That's what I represent, is what I've been putting on, you feel me?
Still living in Little Rock?
Yep, born and raised.
When you say slimy, what do you mean?
It's just a lot of slimy activity, like, you know, what's the better word? Gruesome, you know, just the everyday situation of what's going on. A whole bunch of activities, you know.
What's an example?
You know, what Little Rock was known for, you know, we the gang bang capital of the South, you know, so it's a lot of, we still banging hard, you know, it ain't just color banging on blood on Crip type of stuff, but it's heavy, you know, the up and coming, the youngsters, you know, the young world, they look up to the older people. We looked up to the generation above us, my uncles and everything. They was part of the banging in Little Rock era that was real heavy, that made HBO, and shit, you know, it's still going on, you know.
Were you able to avoid that culture, or did you get intertwined and sucked into that culture?
Nah, man, I would say I dived head first into it. I wouldn't say I did, you know, it was kind of pulled in. You raised in Little Rock, you know, it was almost a, I wouldn't say a choose side situation, you know, you was in the raised in it or you wasn't, you feel me? And I just happened to be, like I said, my uncle and them was heavy in that movement of the whole 90s era of when the shit hit HBO and everything, and so that impacted on me growing up. I remember at 4 years old, you know, I was throwing up gang signs. He had taught me how to throw up all the gang signs, you know, was even hitting a little weed, drinking beer and everything, so, you know.
At
shit, 4? At 4, 5, and whatever. I remember my grandma found that and shit got serious, you feel me? Easy.
Now, so you were in the streets pretty young.
Yeah, pretty young. You ain't had no choice to be. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't just say like, you know, mama just had a nigga in the streets or whatever, but due to your peers, I was the only child growing up, so my cousins was like my brothers, and you know, they was activated in the streets too. Don't get me wrong, our parents raised us well. My parent raised us well, you know, I was raised by my moms, and but shit, it was only so much she can do. You know, you get towards your teenage years and you know, your nuts dropping and you feel like you just that grown nigga, so you hop off the porch and shit, you know, mama can't save you out there, shit, you head first into it, and that's what it was.
So it was unavoidable?
I wouldn't say it was unavoidable, but hell, it was a, how can I say this? You didn't want to be an outsider or the minority, you feel me? So shit, I roll with my guys, you feel me? Plus that's who I was raised with, easy, you know, it was easy math to me.
Now, dealing with the streets, that can be a very risky path. There can be consequences. There can be violence. There can be incarceration, be it jail or prison time. There can even be possibly death.
Oh yeah, you know.
Why not choose a different path after you see and experience these type of things that can happen and that sort of thing? I know you didn't want to be part of the minority and that sort of thing, but.
Yeah, Smallz, I wouldn't even say that, you know, it just was, you know, the path kind of chose me, you feel me? But, you know, going through high school, I wasn't a dummy, you feel me? You know, my mom was still strong on me. I was still taught to, you know, nigga, you had to graduate high school, that was your ass, you feel me? Or I wasn't just forced to go to college or whatever, but I know amongst graduating high school shit, I took like a year off and kind of reevaluated a lot of shit, you know, and shit. Thought about it, and you know, a nigga did go to school and hopped out and got a degree just to fall back on. This before I was even rapping or whatever, you know. It's just a whole different age now. You know, now in times you got the kids coming fresh out of high school and they ain't taught to go to school. We ain't taught to be engineers, doctors, dentists, none of that shit. You know, niggas want to be rappers right now. Straightforward, you feel me? We want to rap like these niggas young with it, 17 through 20, 21, they young millionaires, you feel me? At that, when I was 17 through 21, there wasn't that many young people in the game. Now it's flooded, you feel me? It's damn near like you got a time limit. I'm in my late 20s and I feel like the clock is ticking, so that's why I'm going as hard as I am right now, you feel me?
Any regrets dealing with the streets and that path?
Not at all. I don't regret shit. You feel me? It made me who I am now. I can tell the stories I can tell now, you know. I stand on the 10 toes I stand now, you know. It's just, nah, I ain't got no regrets, you feel me?
Was it worth it? Was the risk worth the reward or what you got out of it?
I won't say it's no reward thing, you know. I just live for my fellas, you feel me? We got a lot of guys incarcerated. We got a lot of guys dead, you feel me? It ain't just necessarily about, was it worth it, you feel me? How you gonna ride for your gang, you feel me? Is you gonna come through and check care of dude moms after he gone, you feel me? Is you gonna come through and put something on the funeral? Is you gonna slide for him during that situation, you feel me? So, you feel me? You just make the situation what it is, you know? You be Lord, stand on your intentions, you feel me?
Somebody watching this, let's say they're maybe in a similar age, maybe 1 foot in, 1 foot out, pretty young with the street culture. What do you say to somebody? What's the advice there? I know circumstances could be different for everybody, but just curious.
I can't really tell them nothing. I'm gonna just tell them to grind, you know, watch your back, watch your homies, you know, them the closest ones to you, you feel me? Make sure they all thorough. You know, loyalty is above all the most valuable asset I think we have, you feel me? So just make sure that's there, you dig? And if you're gonna take the street route, man, be careful, you feel me? Dot all your I's, cross your T's, you feel me? All that, watch your back, you feel me? Nigga slip on a banana peel easy and it's over, you hear me? I just seen, especially these young rappers, man, oof, situation getting slimy. I'm steady tapping in on where I start Instagram every day and I'm steady seeing the tragedies and man, that shit getting crazy, you feel me? So shit, be careful overall, you feel me? If you're gonna talk about that street life, be about it, you feel me? Because it's gonna come back and touch you, you feel me? You need to be able to stand on it.
Would you consider your upbringing rough? Thinking back?
Yeah, it was rough, but you know, black people, we tend to make rough times and, you know, turn that shit positive. Hell, it could have been times where the lights get cut off or the water get cut off, you know. Between moms do shit, you'll never know. She wouldn't have been and got some water down from the neighbors and filled the toilet up or something. As long as we had gas, shit, we gonna boil something and make hot water. It was easy. So as a kid, you know, as long as I had a little bed to sleep in and a roof over my head, I wasn't complaining, you feel me? Shit, I wasn't just necessarily worried about the newest clothes or whatever. If they came, you feel me?
What was your roughest moment growing up?
I remember shit. I remember like the lights would get cut off, shit, we'd have to go stay with Auntie and them or have somebody come illegally cut the shit back on and just seeing mom struggle with the bills and knowing I couldn't help at such a young age, you feel me? So shit, yeah, that shit was rough to the kid.
Was she able to get up out of that?
Yeah, you feel me? Easily, always, some kind of way. You know, mama was strong. That's why I really look at black women and I be like, shit, you know. I'm a believer in that shit, you know, black women strong in the motherfucker. Mama was always able to make something. Shit, she'll take $10 and go buy 10 99-cent pieces for the kid, and I was satisfied, shit, you feel me?
What type of student were you in school growing up?
Depending on what age you're talking about. Shit, elementary, I was straight, you know. Little bad motherfucker, we was banging in elementary. I'm talking about red rags on the playground. I remember I was finna take my mama pistol to school. I was finna sneak the Yiki in that motherfucker, but she had caught me, you feel me, and I ain't end up doing it, but it was finna happen. I had that bitch wrapped up in the red bandana and everything. I don't remember the situation. I think some motherfuckers was fucking with me, man. And this had to have been like kindergarten, first grade, no bullshit. But
kindergarten, first grade,
no
thinking
bullshit.
About taking a gun to school.
Take that motherfucker to school, you feel me? I ain't know how to use it, but I can still remember the power a nigga had for just that night of having it, you feel me? I'm in the bed staring at this motherfucker like, yeah, nigga trip is finna be on, so, yeah.
How much longer before you actually did bring a gun to school?
I ain't never do that shit, man.
Oh, really?
You feel me? Nah, hell no. I wasn't stupid shit, you feel me? At that time, at that age, of course, I wasn't thinking or whatever. Of course, a nigga was gonna get his ass whooped if I would've got caught, but shit. Middle school, it wasn't, shit, it was average, you feel me? We was gang banging. represent the culture, every grade, every step, high school, middle school, elementary, you feel me? We've been off the porch with it.
You didn't rap in school, that came after.
No, I did. I rapped in middle school. I rapped in middle school. I was in a group called Combination. It was me and 2 to 3 other fellas, you feel me? And we did the talent shows, and I'll never forget, like, my most, I would say, embarrassing moment. This was, like, damn near my first show, rapping in front of the talent show, in front of the whole fucking school in middle school. Now, this is a big situation now, you feel me? My verse came, you feel me, and I fucked up and stumbled in my verse, and I'll never forget, you feel me? All my niggas look like, God damn, you feel me? But it's crazy, because I'm the one in today's time that's still, you know, here and doing the shit and actually taking it serious. So I kind of took that moment, and it fucked me up, you feel me? I started rapping. I got in high school, and shit, I lost my mind, you feel me? And then nobody tell me it was gonna be no 17-year-old, 18-year-old little females walking around here driving and shit. So when I seen that, it fucked me up, and I got sidetracked. I wasn't fucked up by no rapping. But yeah, at one time I got out and got serious with it and fucked the streets up easy.
Did you battle classmates? Did it ever get to that point with the rapping, or?
Man, shit, we'd be at lunchtime, you know, beating on the tables, on the back of the bus, you know, shit, you would get into a nigga, you know, or you just freestyle. I'm gonna call it battle, and you'll be back to back freestyle and see who got the coldest bars with it, you feel me? We do that in today's time, easy.
Won more, lost more, broke even?
I'm pretty cold with the bars, you feel me? I say I impress a lot of people more than I let them down, you feel me? Yeah, so I ain't gonna say it just was on a losing situation, but I click tight with it. If a motherfucker hear me rap shit, we finna try to discuss further business after that. Let's make some magic happen, you feel me?
You graduated high school.
Yep.
You tried college.
Tried, I went, graduated, walked across that stage too, knocked it out, got a degree.
What degree did you get?
Diesel engineering.
Is that a degree that's worth getting? Is that something that can be used after? The reason why I ask that is because there's people that graduate college these days and don't use the degree they got, may even be doing something totally different. I mean, you're obviously doing music now, but you know what I mean. There's BS degrees.
Yeah,
there's some people who get a degree because they don't know what they really want to be. They're maybe trying to appease their parents or something, so they just pick something to get it, and it's a waste.
Exactly.
Was this a BS degree, or is this a good quality degree here that you majored in?
This degree actually paid off. It was more, it got me into a trade, you feel me? It was more in a diesel mechanic situation, so upon after going to school, I had actually got to get in the field and get hands-on with it. You know, if shit was to ever pop off and I got a nice piece of change behind me, that'll be something I invest in. A nigga had dump trucks, possibly a shop around this motherfucker, because I know that I put in the money and, you know, what to do with it, the ins and out of it. But on another note, on the flip side, I know people who got, like you said, bullshit degrees, motherfuckers up to their neck in student loans, you feel me? I had to pay mines out the gutter, you feel me, easily. But shit, we got that situated. I know motherfuckers that's the went to get the masters and all that shit, they working in Walmart, you feel me? So shit, it's either how you want to take it. In today's society, you don't really depend on what you, like I went and got a degree for that shit. I knew they had fellas coming in and start sweeping the floor and shit, and before you know it, them dudes up there, they didn't go to school for that shit. So, you know, it's who you know, you feel me? I won't say what you know, it's who you know, get you in the door. The rap game too.
Did you go immediately right into college after high school, or was there a break before you actually went?
Nah, man, I took a break. I couldn't do that shit, man. We had fucking went to school all our life. You weren't finna convince me that I had to go straight to school wasn't gonna do it anyway. My mama ain't forced me to go to school. It wasn't some shit my family talked you into. I was literally talking to a female, and little mama was so advanced in her time, fucking scholarships and internships and all this shit, and it was fucking me up. I damn near, literally no bullshit, went trying to impress a female, but it ended up, like you said, at first I was going, didn't even know what the fuck I was going for, you feel me? I'm just in class. It wasn't till I talked to a friend of the family, he put me on game about that situation and shit. Took off with it, you feel me? It's easy. We got that behind the belt. Rap shit don't work, which we know it is shit. We fall back, you feel me?
What college did you go to?
A technical college. It wasn't a major university or nothing like that.
Oh, okay. So is that considered a trade school?
Basically, you can call it that. You can call it that.
Now, were you rapping at all in college, or did that, I mean, during the technical school? Or
yeah, I would say that's when I started, Smallz. I ain't trying to cut you off, but that's when I smarted. But a rough time came, I'd say like 2011 was a fucked up year for me, you feel me? I was so focusing on writing and trying to come out, and I ended up getting shot. I ended up getting jammed up. My uncle passed, so it was just a horrible fucking year for me. And that threw me off. Like the year of 2012 fucked me up too. I was still trying to bounce back. But after I got all my shit together, you know, we went feet first into the shit. Like me and my partner had the booth already set up prior to all that shit happening. Somebody had ran in and stole all our equipment. I had a mixtape already finished. Motherfuckers stole that shit. I had to go redo the whole vamp. So shit, that's what it was.
And this is all happening while you were doing the technical school?
Yeah, while I was in school, you feel me? I had got shot and damn near done finished, you feel me? I had a good talk with the good Lord and shit. He really pushed me through, you feel me? And I made it through that motherfucker, you feel me? And not to too much dabble on the situation here, that shit in the streets got handled, and I was able to go forth with my life and shit. We grinding right now, easily. I just want the upcoming rappers to, man, it seemed like it's so cool for motherfuckers to, you know, not necessarily drop out of high school, but, well, man, I've been getting it out the streets. I ain't never had to work a 9 to 5, man. Listen, bro, do what you got to do, nigga. If you got kids in this world, handle your business. If you got bills in this world, handle your business, you feel me? It ain't about how you getting it. You nigga take care of your business, you feel me? Yeah.
Did you have to with all this stuff going on, the studio stealing, or stuff being stolen, I should say, the shooting, your uncle passing, did you have to take a break during the technical school to take a breather from all this stuff going on, or did you continuously move on with the school stuff?
I was at the end of my rope at the time when that shit happened. I was damn near at the end, so gracefully I went ahead and I graduated and got that shit out the way, and I ain't take no break or whatever. Well, as far as, you know, from when I got shot the little time I had to lay off from then, but shit, my teachers was straight, you feel me? They kept me situated, so it was easy, you feel me? So
while you were in the technical school, people knew you rapped?
Yeah, some people, you feel me? I won't say just the whole school was just, King Dappa. I won't say I was serious as I am now. At that time, I was like trying to create this person to come out to the world, you feel me? I hadn't even got to come out on the porch yet, you feel me? So,
to finish, is it safe to say you were self-motivated?
Hell yeah, I had came that far. Shit, I wasn't finna, I had came too far, you feel me? That's just something I wanted under my belt. I was, I think, the first motherfucker in my family to graduate any kind of college school. So shit, yeah, we wanted them kind of rankings, you feel me? That was one up for the family. It was a notch under our belt, easy.
Easy or hard to complete that degree?
Shit.
Just thinking back.
Nah, I say that shit was hard. Hell, I had a couple teachers that was some bitches, you feel me? I had a couple situations where I was able to pay and get this situation handled or this little assignment handled, but shit, I got through it for the furthermost. And, you know, while out in the streets doing what I was doing, you know, hustling, and was still able to go to school too, you feel me? That shit was straight.
Just thinking back, and I know we talked about a BS major or not a BS major, but just thinking about your major, if you could do it all over again, would you have chosen that same major, or would you have chosen something else to major in instead?
If I'd went back to school, I wouldn't even did that shit, bro. It took me to get out of school to really find out that school was some bullshit, you feel me? But to answer your question, I probably would have went back onto some medical shit, some shit I know I would have had to work indoor around some females or something, you feel me? Easy work.
I see. Now, again, just reflecting also as well, if you could do it all over again, hindsight 2020, do you wish you would have bypassed the whole technical school in your life completely? Are you glad you got that under your belt? I know you mentioned it and you said you're glad you did have it under your belt, but if you could do it all over again, would you have just went straight into the music career choice, that type of thing? Or glad you have this under your belt?
Smallz, thinking right now with it, you know, I'm thinking like, fuck college, I should have just hopped straight into the field and started rapping because I see how young the guys is, but at the same time, this was a very different time. This was like 2011, I'm talking about. Technology wasn't as it, well, it was becoming advanced, but now that shit just took off. It's real easy for rappers just to come out on a different platform and shit, they damn near creating rappers, they creating players out here. They getting young guys and making them weird as fuck choker chains and crazy hairdos to adapt to the crowd. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it was a different time. I don't think at 2011 you had young dudes just coming out. I mean, I think Chief Keef and them was out and all that at the time, but it wasn't just as big as it is now, you feel me? So back then, you know, I wasn't even, you know, I always wanted to get out there, but shit, I knew it was gonna take some time, but now I'm looking back like, damn, a nigga shoulda did hop out back when I was like 17, 18, you feel me? But shit, like I said, shit, times changed, you feel me?
So let's get some advice. Somebody watching this, let's say they have a passion for music, doesn't necessarily have to be a rapper like yourself. It could be a producer, engineer, DJ, music video director, whatever the case may be. They just graduated high school. Do you tell a person like that, and again, situations could be different for everybody, but do you tell a person like that, and this is general advice, do you tell a person like that, go straight into the music business, music career, choice, music industry, or do you tell a person if they can continue their education, do that in music simultaneously? What's the general advice there?
Hop straight into the music. And this is me telling you right now, this 2017 Dappa. It might have been a different answer a couple years ago, but right now I'm telling you, man, hop straight into the music. It's hot, it's bubbling, it's on fire, it's wide open, you feel me? No matter what you're doing, bro, grind strong. The education shit gonna always be back there, bro. You can fucking go get your degree at 40 and 50, but you ain't, it's a time limit on this music shit. You gotta hop in right now or shit. I think I seen what Lil Uzi say, shit, if you're 25 and up, you consider the old head. Man, that shit scared me. I'm like, God damn, that's what this is shit, you feel me? But, man, jump in that shit because the kids pushing the music. They ain't fucking with the kids ain't fucking with no older people. If you ain't already been in the game like a couple of the vets, a couple of the guys out of Atlanta and shit, goddamn man, but if you trying to come out right now and you in your fucking mid-30s and 40s, it's over. Kids push the music. They gonna look at you for 10 seconds and evaluate if they gonna listen to you or not. And if you even look older up the part, they not fucking with you. So while you young, get in it. If you hungry, eat it. You feel me? Go get that shit.